This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for April 28, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was down 0.07 points or 0.02% to 409.28. Total trade volume was up to 111,460 shares with a total value of 668 million real or over $167,000. On the main board, only one stock was up. Pestec Cambodia was up 7.69% or 200 real to 2,800 real per share. On the other hand, 5 stocks were down. The biggest loser of the day was Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, which dropped 0.85% or 120 real to 14,000 real per share, followed by MJQ Education down 0.47% or 10 real to 2,130 real per share. Other stocks down were Acleda Bank, Grand Twins International, and the Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority. Meanwhile, Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, and Cam GSM remained flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 0.95% or 30 real to 3,190 real per share, while DBD Engineering remained flat at 2,100 real per share. Acleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 60,869 shares changing hands at a total value of 430.8 million real or over $107,000, approximately 55% of the total trade volume on Monday. Grand Twins International recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 22,383 shares changing hands at a total value of 156.9 million real or over $39,000, about 20% of April 28's trade volume. In other market news, the BYD assembly plant was officially inaugurated at the Sihanoukville Special Economic Zone. With an investment of over $30 million, the plant is expected to produce 10,000 vehicles annually. Construction of the plant is scheduled for completion in October, with production of the first electric car in Cambodia set to begin in early November 2025. BYD also plans to establish 2 service centers and install 200 electric vehicle charging stations across Cambodia as part of its commitment to supporting the infrastructure needed for a sustainable EV market. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD was stable at 4,002 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was slightly down to 99.61. Oil prices were stable on Monday as investors weighed up uncertainty over trade talks between the US and China, clouding the outlook for global growth and fuel demand, as well as the prospect of OPEC Plus raising supply. Brent crude futures were down 13 cents or 0.19% at $66.74 US dollars a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude shed 12 cents or 0.19% to $62.90 US dollars a barrel. Gold prices fell more than 1% on Monday as the dollar held firm and hopes for de-escalation in US-China trade tensions dented appetite for safe haven assets. Spot gold was down 1.1% to $3,282.33 US dollars an ounce. US gold futures eased 0.2% to $3,292.80 US dollars. Stock futures edged lower on Monday morning ahead of a packed earnings week. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average shed 120 points or 0.42%, S&P 500 futures slipped 0.54%, while Nasdaq 100 futures lost 0.63%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for April 28th.